one of the biggest things I've learned, and I'm still learning, and Ronnie was a big part in helping me learn this, is that when somebody's coming to me for answers in times of uncertainty, a big part of what it is to be a leader is to be a container of ambiguity. And so I really like this definition, a container of uncertainty, a container of ambiguity. As a leader, I'm looking at a landscape that is by nature foggy. And these days, the fog is like 10 times more. I used to be able to see 3 feet ahead of me. Now I can only see 2 inches ahead of me. So it's a much bigger fog. But my job is generally to filter this ambiguity. And for the people who I'm leading, let some of it in, but not all of it in. So to give you an example, if you're leading a startup and I'm not really sure about the next funding round, where it's going to come from, there's details about this investor and that investor and this investor, I can't go with my organization and let all of this ambiguity filter into them, because they're going to be worried about the funding round, but that's not their concern. Their concern is another part of the business. They can't be worried about all the things I'm worried about. So by nature, as leaders, we're used to having a lot of ambiguity, containing that ambiguity, and then being very deliberate about what of that ambiguity do we filter past to our people. Now, because the ambiguity is a lot more, we might be feeling a lot more pressure ourselves. So when someone is coming to us for an answer, it's very tempting to feel bad that we don't have one. But truly, if you think about the kind of leader you want, if I'm following someone, I want her to not say that she knows when she doesn't know. I want her to say, I don't know, and we'll figure it out together. I want her to pass on some of that ambiguity onto me so that I can step into my own leadership as well. So to be specific here, to give you an example, when someone comes to you for an answer, I don't know is a great first thing to say as a leader. Think about how stressed we are about when our leaders right now are pretending to know when they don't. It's just adds stress. What I'm wanting is someone as a leader who's confident that we'll figure it out together. And so be deliberate about what ambiguity you want to share with the person who's following you, what ambiguity you want to keep to yourself, and then be in that ambiguity with them and support them into stepping into their own leadership. So this may look like, these are the things we don't know. I'm going to be clear about the things that we don't know. These are the things that we're not going to get into right now. We're going to decide that later. Now let's get to this thing that we don't know together, and I'll be with you in that inquiry. And the confidence comes from, I have a leader who I can inquire with. I have a leader who I can be in that ambiguity with and who's going to support me in asking the right questions. Because really we want to come to the answer ourselves, ideally. And so this is actually a great opportunity to spread the ambiguity or the uncertainty in your organization deliberately. You can't walk in and be like, I don't know anything. You know, like, here's all the things I don't know. But you can be like, okay, there's more that we don't know right now. And these are the things we're going to decide later. These are the things that we're going to be in the not knowing with together. And I really want someone to guide me through the not knowing, not someone who knows everything.